Hello students, welcome to Anne's classes. Let's do squares and square roots, chapter 3, exercise 3a. This is found on page number 43. And we are doing question 8, evaluate, in that the first one. So here we have to find the square root of 3 square into 6 cube into 24. So first step, let's expand this. So here, let's write 3 square as 3 into 3 and 6 cube, we'll write it 3 times, 6 into 6 into 6. Now 24, let's find the factors of 24. 24, now let's take 2, 12, then 2 6s are 12. Now here I'm going to use 6 itself. So it's not just the prime factors, I'm just finding some factors. 6 itself, the reason is I have 6 here. So I can use this 6 here also. So let's write that 6 here. And then the other 2s, there are 2 2s. So 2 into 2. So we have all the factors. Now it becomes easier for us to pair it up. So here I have one pair of 3s, one pair of 6, another pair of 6, another pair of 2. Now we take one from each pair. So that is 3 into 6 into 6 into 2. So here you can take the easier numbers to multiply to make your work easier. So we can say 3 2s are 6. So that will be 6 into, now here 6 6s are 36. So you can rearrange in any way, multiplication and addition you can rearrange in any way. So 6 into 36 will give us 216. So the square root of the question that was given to us is square root of 3 square into 6 cube into 24 is 216. And this is our answer. Question 2. So here we're going to expand this first and then find the square root. So let's do that. So this is equal to, now we need to expand this. So 0.5 3 times 0.5 into 0.5 into 0.5. Now the next one is into 6 and then we have 3 5 times. So 3 into 3 5 times. Fourth time and the fifth time. Now what we're going to do is, here we have decimal numbers, isn't it? We're going to remove the decimal points so that we can write them as fractions. So here again we continue. We are still with the square root of all these numbers. Now 0.5 can be written as 5 by 10. 10 because after the point there is only one decimal place. So that is 5 by 10. So similarly here also it's going to be 5 by 10. Again we have 5 by 10. Now look at 6. Now we can leave 6 as it is if we had another 6. But since we don't have another 6, let's see if we can find the prime factors of 6. So let's do that. The prime factors of 6. Now 2 3s are 6 and 3 1s are 3. So the prime factors of 6 are 2 into 3. So instead of writing 6, let's write 2 into 3. So into 2 into 3. Now let's write these 5 3s. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 3s. Now the next step is pairing them up, pairing the like ones together. Now before we pair, let's see what we can do. Now here we can pair these two, isn't it? So this we can do. Now here, what do we do about this? 5 by 10 into 2. So here, since it's multiplication, we can cancel. Let's cancel and see. So cancel this. 2 5s are 10. And we can cancel 5 and 5. 5 1s are 5, 5 1s are 5. So this becomes into 1 into 1. Then let's continue to pair. So here we have one pair, here we have one, and here we have one more. So now did you understand why we split 6 into its prime factors? So that we could get a pair with the 3s. So now let's write down what we have here left. So here we have 5 by 10. We'll write it as it is. And then we will remove the pairs. Okay, so 5 by 10 into 5 by 10. Then the next one into 1. So we don't have to write. It's going to give us the same thing. So we'll write the rest of it. So that will be into 3 into 3. Again, we have 3 into 3. And once more 3 into 3. So now it's easier to pair it up. So here we have like this. So now let's remove 1 from each pair. So this is 5 by 10 into 3 into 3 into 3. Here we can do it two ways. Either we can reduce this to the lowest term, or we can multiply it all and leave this as it is. Now when you leave 10 as it is, it's easier to make a decimal number. Okay, so let's leave 10 as it is and multiply all these. So when you multiply, 5 threes are 15, 15 threes are 45. 45 threes are 135. So what do we get here? We get 135 by 10. Now can you see, because 10 is the denominator, it's easy to make it a decimal number. So when you divide a number by 10, now just move the point to the left by one place because there's one zero. So for a whole number, the point is here after the number. So now you move the point one place to the left. So what do we get? 13.5. So this is our answer. The square root of the question given to us, the answer to that is 13.5. Question 3. So here we have addition and here we have multiplication. This is in brackets, so we need to work this out. So let's do this slowly and carefully. So here we have the square root of, now 5 plus. Now let's convert this. 25 into 2 is 50. 50 plus 21 is 71. So that is 71 by 25. And this is into 0.169 by 1.6. So this is what is given to us. We have just converted the first part. So here now we need to do this addition here. We'll make 5 a fraction, so that becomes 5 by 1 plus 71 by 25. So this is within brackets. We need to work this out. Now look at this here. Now 0.169, we can make it a fraction. We can remove the decimal point. After the point, there are 3 places, 1, 2, 3. That means you must have 3 zeros in your denominator. So I'm going to remove the point and write 169 by 1 followed by 3 zeros because there are 3 decimal places here. Now divided by 1.6. So let's write that as that only, divided by 1.6. Now again 1.6, I'm going to remove the point and make it 16. So I have moved the point only one place. So that means I will have only 1 followed by 1 0. So I have this here. So now let's continue. We'll work both side by side. So here now we know how to do addition of fractions, isn't it? So our denominator is 25. So here it is 1 into 25. So that means I have to multiply 5 also into 25, isn't it? So by 25 is 125 plus, now here I have 25 and here 25. Since the denominator is the same, I can write the same numerator 71. So this also we'll leave it here. Let's go to the next one here, into 169 by 1000. Division changes to multiplication and I write the reciprocal 10 by 16. So here now let's continue working this. So this one now becomes 121, 25 plus 71. That is 196 by 25 into. Now look at this here. Since this is multiplication, I can do some cancelling. I can cancel this 0 and this 0 here. 169, and in the denominator we can put it together, 100 into 16. So now we have to find the square root of these numbers. Now if you have learned the square roots, squares and square roots, you will easily know. Remember, I had put up a little slide in one of the previous videos showing you all the squares of numbers between 1 and 20, and I said it will be good for you to learn it by heart. I've also put up a shorts video where you can have a look and learn it up by heart. Keep listening to it so that you will learn it by heart. So now if you know the square roots, it's easy. 196, the square root of 196 is 14. So we write 14. The square root of 25 is 5 because 5 fives are 25, into the square root of 169 is 13. 13 into 13 is 169, divided by square root of 100 is 10. 10 tens are 100, and the square root of 16 is 4. 4 fours are 16. So now that we have this, we have multiplication. Let's see if we can cancel anything. I can cancel 4 and 14 both by 2. 2 2s are 4 and 2 7s are 14. So now what do we have? We have to multiply the numerators. 7 into 13 is 91. And here we have in the denominator, we have 5 into 10 is 50. 50 into 2 is 100. 91 by 100. Now, if we have to convert this to a decimal number, we write 91. We look at the denominator. There are two zeros. That means point has to move two places to the left and come here. So what is our final answer? 0.91. The final answer here is 0.91. So here again we have mixed numbers and fractions and subtraction. So first step, let's convert this. So here we have the square root sign. Continue to put the square root sign. So that is 5 into. Now here what do we have? Let's convert. 4 2s are 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 by 4 minus 3 by 10. Next step is we need to work this out, the subtraction. So let's do that. So here we have the square root. We continue writing the square root sign 5 and in brackets. Now we have to get the LCM of 4 and 10. The LCM of 4 and 10. Let's quickly do the LCM and find out 4 and 10. Let's find the LCM. 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. Continue with 2, 2 1s and you bring down 5. Then you continue with 5, 1 and 1. So what is your LCM? LCM is 2 into 2 into 5. 2 2s are 4, 4 5s are 20. LCM is 20, so let's write 20 here. Now the first fraction is 11 by 4. So 4 into 5 will give us 20, so multiply this also by 5. 11 into 5 is 55 minus 10 into what is 20? 10 into 2. So multiply 3 also by 2. 3 2s are 6. So close brackets here. Next step, pi remains as it is, 5. And in brackets, what do we have? 55 minus 6. 55 minus 6 is 49. 49 by 20. So now let's remove the bracket and work this out. So this becomes 5 into 49 by 20. Now we can cancel. I can cancel 5 and 20. 5 ones are 5, 5 fours are 20. Now we need to find out the square root of only 49 by 4. Now if you know again the square roots and squares, you'll be able to understand that the square root of 49 is 7. And the square root of 4 is 2 because 2 2s will give us 4 and 7 7s will give us 49. Now our answer is 7 by 2. If you convert it to a decimal number, you will get 3.5. So this is our final answer, 3.5. Question 5. So here we have a square root. Inside that we have another one and again inside that we have another one. So whenever you have square roots inside one another, you will solve the one that is innermost first. So this is the one that we have to solve first. So this will be, the rest remains the same. So this will be square root of 248 plus the square root of 52 plus the square root of 144, and the square root of 144 is 12 because 12 into 12 is 144. So we have solved the first square root. Now we have only 2 left and now we have to work out this. So let's work that out. So here we have the square root of 248 plus the square root of 52 plus 12 is 64. So we have to find the square root of 64 now. So in the next step, we have 248 plus the square root of 64. The square root of 64 is 8 because 8 8s are 64. So this is 8. Now we have to add this up. So 248 plus 8 is 256. Now we have to find the square root of 256. So the square root of 256, children, if you have learned from 1 to 20, you will know the square root is 16 because 16 into 16 will give us 256. So this is our answer. Question 9. A man, after a tour, finds that he had spent every day as many rupees as the number of days he had been on tour. That means that if he went on a tour for 5 days, he spent 5 rupees each day. Okay, so if one day he spends 5 rupees, for 5 days it will be 5 into 5, which is the square. That means in all he spent so much. That means we have to find the square root of this. Then we will know how long his tour lasted. Okay, I hope you understood that. So he has spent every day as many rupees as the number of days he has been on tour. So if he has been on a tour for 5 days, each day he was spending 5 rupees. Now the question is, we have to find out how long his tour lasted if in all he spent this much. Okay, so let's write the statements. Let the number of days spent be x and the amount spent each day will also be x. So this will be rupees x because it's the same, isn't it? That's what it says. He had spent as many rupees as the number of days, so both are the same. Then we've also been given the total amount he spent. This is the total amount he spent. So total amount spent is 1296 rupees. Now in one day he spent x rupees. So in x days he would have spent x into x. So that will give us the total amount, isn't it? So that means x into x is equal to rupees 1296. X into x means x square. X square is 1296. That means if we want to find x, we have to find the square root of 1296. Now let's use the prime factor method and find. So here let's write 1296. Let's divide this by 2. 2 sixes are 12. Then we'll take 9. 2 fours are 8. There's 1 left, 16. 2 eights are 16. Continue with 2. 2 threes are 6, 2 twos are 4, 2 fours are 8. Again with 2. 2 ones are 2, there's 1 left, 12. 2 sixes are 12, 2 twos are 4. Again with 2, let's take 16. 2 eights are 16, 2 ones are 2. Now let's use 3. 3 twos are 6, 7, 8. There's 2 left, 21. 3 sevens are 21. Now 3 nines are 27. 3 threes are 9 and 3 ones are 3. So now to find the square root of this, let's put all the prime factors inside. We have how many 2's? We have 1, let's count the 2's. 1, 2, 3, 4 2's. So let's write that 1, 2, 3 and 4. And how many 3's do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 3's also. So let's write that 1, 2, 3 and 4. The next step is pairing them. So let's pair them up. Next step is take 1 from each pair. So 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Now multiply. 2 2's are 4. 3 3's are 9. So 4 into 9. 4 into 9 is 36. So what have we found? We have found how long his tour lasted. His tour lasted 36 days. That means on each day he spent 36 rupees. So the question here is to find the number of days, and we have found the number of days to be 36. Question 10. Out of 745 students, maximum are to be arranged in the school field for a PT display, such that the number of rows is equal to the number of columns. Now children, whenever you see questions like this where you have two things equal, see here number of rows is equal to the number of columns, then you must understand it is a square root sum. Okay, so here they are saying there are so many students and the maximum students should be arranged in such a way that the rows and columns are equal in number. Now they're saying find the number of rows if 16 students were left out of the arrangement. So this is the total number of students. From that we're going to remove 16 students and make the rows and columns equal. So we have to find out how many rows we can get out of it. So first start with the statements. So total number of students is 745. Number of students left after arrangement, that is 16. Here it says 16 students were left out. After the arrangement was done, 16 students were left out. That means how many students are there in the arrangement? We have to subtract these two. So initially there were 745 students, but to make the arrangement they had to remove 16 students. So now what is the number of students in the arrangement? 745 minus 16 is 729. So we have 729 students. We'll write that here. So that is 729 students. Now here it says number of rows is equal to the number of columns. So let number of rows be x and number of columns also be x. That means when you multiply the number of rows into the number of columns, you will get the arrangement, isn't it? And the number of students in the arrangement is 729. So that means if I say x into x, I will get 729. X into x is x square. X square is equal to 729. That means the value of x will be the square root of 729. So now let's find out the square root of 729. 7 to 9. Now what is this number divisible by? It's not divisible by 2 because it is not an even number, it's an odd number. Is it divisible by 3? Now what is the test for 3? You add it up. 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 9 is 18, 18 is in the tables of 3, so this is divisible by 3. So let's divide this by 3 and see. 3 2s are 6, there's 1 left, 12, 3 4s are 12, 3 3s are 9. We continue with 3, 3, now let's take 24, 3 8s are 24 and then we have 1, 3 1s are 3. Continue with 3, 3 2s are 6, there is 2 left, 21, 3 7s are 21. 3 9s are 27, 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3. So what do we have here? We have all these prime factors. Now how many 3's are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's write down everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now let's take one from each pair after pairing them up. So we are pairing them up. Let's take one from each pair. So that is 3 into 3 into 3. So now let's multiply. 3 3's are 9. 9 3's are 27. So now we have 27 as our answer. So what have we found? We were asked to find the number of rows. So we have found the number of rows to be 27. So write down your answer clearly. Answer equals 27 rows. Question 11. 13 and 31 is a strange pair of numbers. Why do they call it strange? Because their squares 169 and 961 are also mirror images of each other. That is 13. When you put it the other way, 1 3 becomes 3 1 and their squares also, look at that, 169 and 961. So this is a strange pair of numbers because their squares are also mirror images. Now we are asked to find two more such pairs. So the first pair that is given to us is 13 and 31. As you can see, 1 3 and 3 1. 13 square is 169 and 31 square is 961. Now we are asked to find similar pair like this, just like this. We are asked to find another pair. Now look at 12 and 21. 12 and 21. Now let's look at these two. Now 12 square, that is 12 into 12 is 144, and if you take 21 square, 21 into 21 is 441. So can you see here the numbers 1 and 2, here 2 and 1, and their squares 144, 441. So this is one pair. Now let's look at another pair. Another pair is 102 and 201. Okay, so this is another pair where when you write the square, you will get mirror images of each other. 102 square and 201 square. So 102 square is 10,404, whereas the square of 201 is 40,401. So if you can see carefully, 102, 201, these are mirror images, and these are also mirror images, 1 and 1 here on the other side, 0 and 0, 4 and 4, 0 and 0, 4 and 4. So we have found two pairs. This is one pair, 12 and 21. This is the second pair, 102 and 201. Question 12, children, has already been done in the textbook. Please follow that carefully. Now, question 13. If the square root of 784 is 28, find the value of, as you can see, these are the same digits, but here we have a decimal form, 7.84, and here we have 78,400. That means we don't have to actually find the square roots of these in the long way. Instead, we have to use the value given to us. That's why this question is worded like this. So this is already given and we have those same digits but in different formats. So we have to use this value of 28 instead of finding the actual square root method. So here what we can do is, first thing, convert this to a whole number by removing the decimal point. So when we remove the decimal point, what do we get here? So becomes 784 by 1 followed by 2 zeros, that is 100. Now why did we get 2 zeros? Because here after the point there are 2 decimal places. So when I remove the point, I put the denominator as 100. Now plus, let's continue. Now we have another square root here. Square root of 78,400. Now this also we can split it into 784 into 100. So when you multiply, you will get 78,400. Now, why did we do it this way? Because we are trying to get it in this format because this is what is given to us in the question. So now it's easier because it's already given to us. So let's write that. So here it says, the question says the square root of 784 is 28. So that means 784 is given here. That's 28. So we just have to write 28 and we know the square root of 100. And the square root of 100 is 10 because 10 into 10 is 100. Plus, similarly here also, instead of 784, I can write the square root of 784, which is 28 into 100. And the square root of 100 is 10. So that is 28 into 10. So here I can write this as 28 by 10 plus 28 into 10 is 280. Now here I can solve this in a simple way. 28 by 10 I can make it a decimal number. So that will be 2.8 plus 280. 280 plus 2.8 will simply make it 282.8. So this is our final answer. Question 13, the second question here. So remember, the square root of 784 is given to us as 28. Now we have to find the value of this. So let's do this in a similar way. We have a decimal number. We are going to remove the decimal point. So when we remove the decimal point, what do I get here? I get 784 by, now here 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 zeros. So 1 followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 zeros. Plus, now here again similarly 784, we are removing the point by, now here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. So 1 followed by 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. Now we are already told that the square root of 784 is 28. So we can write that. Now underneath we have 10,000. Now what is the square root of 10,000? Now the easy way to do is pair up the zeros. So let's pair up the zeros here. So I'm pairing up the zeros. So I'm going to write 1 and I'm going to take 1 from each pair, 1 0 and the other 0. So the square root of 10,000 is 100. Okay, we've just made it easy for us. Now let's go on to the next part. So here the square root of 784 is given to us as 28. So let's write 28. Now the square root of the number that's given below. So here again what we're going to do is let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. Let's pair them up. So 1, 2, 3. So take 1 and write down 1 0 from each pair. So 1, 2, 3 because there are 3 pairs there. So that is 1000. Now we continue and see 28 by 100 will make it a decimal number. So write 28 and look at the denominator. There are 2 zeros. So you should have 2 decimal places. So the point will come here. So this becomes 0.28 plus, here again we write 28 and look at the zeros. We have 1, 2, 3. So the point will come after 3 places to the left. 1, 2, 3 and the point comes here. So this is 0, 0.028. So now we have to add up these two. So let's add up 0.28 and 0.028. So this is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry 1, 3. Then we have a point here, 0. So what do we have now? 0.308. So this is our final answer, 0.308. So you don't have to actually find the square root of all these in different ways. Use the value that is given to you in your question. So with this, children, we have come to the end of exercise 3A. Thank you, children.